Yeah. I want West. We taking over. Ha. Yo, Nayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me chrome. Fire one in a them, chat to the dome. Them boy, they know bad, that's how me know. Only bad when me man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One with a run road that a fi be known. Brown in bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly full. Them boy, they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a rum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, it become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish cuff we black and white. With the red light on the front eye. Toppy show. Tap about things where you nothing do. Toppy show. Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mad no big up for. Toppy show. But he boy stop chat when the fuck you know. Thing them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make you look rise quicker than inflation. And the high cost a living in dead from its inception. That's what the thing then can. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. I want West and it never take long. Now we are do the road mad injection. Toppy show. Tap about things where you know fi know. Toppy show. Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mad no big up for. Toppy show. But he boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Them boy they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a rum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark it become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish cuff we black and white. Make the rain fall and the drum dry.
All right, clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Kiapwagwan. You're up on mute, sir.
I say I feel like I was on a vacation like Slovakia. You know what I mean?
Most on Christ.
Good to be back though. You know what I mean?
God one God.
No, I know we have something good for them tonight.
Yeah, Most on Christ, sir. We have something for them tonight. We have this, you know what I mean, reoccurring problem in this Chinese woman who keep disrespecting Jamaicans, black Jamaicans, who now come on national television, you know what I mean, and play the race card trying to make herself the victim. So we're going to touch on that tonight, sir, you know what I mean? Most I allow.
And also too, I like how you say always trying to play the victim, and that's always been the case with these, you know what I mean, these other nations. They like to cry, you know what I mean, victim when they're not victims. You know what I mean? They're the oppressors. You know what I mean? Just like in America, the oppressors is the so-called Caucasians. On the islands, the oppressors turn into the Chinese, into the East Indians, into the Syrians, those other nations that's on the island. Because for the love of me, I don't understand how they could be totally outnumbered, but yet still have majority of the assets that's on the island. Own more land, you know what I mean, be able to more stores and have everything better than the people who forefathers done sweat and bled on that island. You understand? So the cry, you know what I mean, for them to cry race, you know what I mean, any type of racism is because they are actually racist ones. You understand? Like they are the racist ones, not black people on the island. Because I have never heard, you know what I mean, any type riots where they just burn down Chinese stores.
Blah, blah. That never happened here in Jamaica.
You understand? The only thing I heard one time is about one of those factories that got closed down, but that's only because they was dealing with the Jamaicans unfairly. You understand? The workers, the non-Jamaican workers, they were paying in US or China, I forget what dollars they was paying them in. And then the Jamaicans, they were paying them in Jamaican dollars, which was way less than what the other people was getting, and they both doing the same jobs.
God.
You understand? And I believe the Jamaicans, they protested, and that company had to, get shut down, close that company down. But that's from them being dealt unfairly.
Right.
You understand?
But
other than that, I never hear about no black man running no Chinese man or no Chinese store out of the community because they're Chinese.
Last.
You understand?
Never.
You understand? But go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. You're on the island. Come on, you go ahead. Tell me.
So like, just to, one incident where riot took place did not happen with us. It happened with the Chinese when they felt they were being shortchanged back in the time of when they were here as indentured servants. They were the ones that riot. So nobody rioted against them.
You understand?
Rioted. Yeah.
You see? And to add also too, let's say, you know what? Me and you decide we're gonna open a jerk chicken restaurant in China. What do you think gonna happen? You think them Chinese gonna let us open a jerk chicken restaurant in China? On in the streets of China?
Sir, that would never happen.
In the lovely Chinatowns? That is not happening as you're saying. That is not going to happen. And that's a good point to bring up there in slavery. Why is a good point you brought up? Is because the so-called British, right? When they gave each of the island the independence, right? Before they do it, they made sure and put different groups with different nation of people on the island. You understand? Like it's not by coincidence that if you go on these other islands, that these other nations who have not been enslaved is above the people who were enslaved.
Right.
Because the British went and got these people who were not oppressed and then brought them on the island. You understand? They have, they weren't destroyed. The Chinese were brought on the island, and guess what? They remain Chinese. The East Indians were brought on the island, and they remain East Indian. Black people were brought on the island, and the identity was changed. You understand? Everything was changed. You understand? So now, guess what? We're gonna hear them saying what? That we Africans, when we're not Africans.
Right.
We're not Africans, and that's the problem. They done oppressed us and destroyed us to the point when some of us believe we Africans, some of us believe, nah, I'm a Jamaican. I'm not a Jamaican. I'm a Rasta.
God, Christian.
Yes.
Maroon.
Yes.
God.
When everybody, you all on the island, you're black, you're Negroes.
Right.
You're from the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? But they done destroyed us and then go put these nations up over us. And what these nations did was they stick together, come up, and now they buy up all the land, they buy up all the, have all the stores, and now you working for them. You understand? Like we are literally putting their kids through school.
Right.
We are literally paying their bills in their houses.
God,
How the hell we raise this?
right. And
Yeah,
Slakia, sir. And then
come on.
no turn round calling we dunce because you know what I mean, we couldn't afford to get the education that we, you know what I mean, we give to them with our patronage. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Slakia.
Yes. You're right. And that's a good point too. And the reason why I said that's a good point too. She calling us duns, and it's because of I would mostly the poor of us, the
Right.
ones who don't have a voice, because that's the ones who should really coming up against really the
God,
poor. You understand? Because poor people will not get a chance to go on national television to respond to, you know what I mean, to this Chinese national who
nah,
wants to claim there's Africa, the Jamaican. You understand?
right.
She's calling them duns because she could do it, because she has the power to do it. You understand? We're
God.
powerless. Can you imagine, you know what I mean, you all, you know what I mean, the Jamaicans get, you know what I mean, stand up and start calling these Chinese by bywords. You know what I mean, what's going to happen?
God.
The prime minister going to be inside our parliament the next morning making rules and laws to protect those Chinese nationals.
God. That's it, sir.
You understand?
God.
Then he going to be doing it. But there ain't no laws, you know what I mean, protecting us against their racism.
Right.
Nothing. Why? Because they could come on the island and they could get, you know what I mean, all privilege.
Slakia, Cap, your son went out. All right, Cap, soak forward back in. In the meanwhile, as on a jump in, you just tap up the screen like, Cap, you back with us? Cap? All right, Cap, I sort out the audio on film end. In the meanwhile, everybody, like, share, follow, depend on the platform you're watching on. But like Cap, I bring out, you know what I mean? If we were racist like these Chinese, like this Chinese woman, I imply, because we're going to play the tape, you know. You know what I mean? This Chinese woman, you know what I mean? All right, Cap is back.
Yeah, it's a lucky brother. Yeah, man.
No sweat, Cap. Go
Yeah.
ahead, finish your thoughts, sir.
Yeah, no, I was just saying there's no there's basically like they're basically protected.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like black people on the island, they're not protected. That's why all these these other countries, like people from Germany, Netherlands, able to come in, buy up the land. These big, massive companies able to come and buy up all this land close to the beach and privatize the beach. And now you can't go and bathe on that beach. But guess what? Guess who's serving the food in those hotels? Black people.
Right.
You understand? Like how in the hell you could go and say, you know what I mean, jump up, go on the Jamaican national television and say these people are racist. Right. There's no proof. And that's the problem with us. We think words mean something. Give me that in the Bible. I think it's 2 John 2:18.
Can.
We 2 John 2:18. And it's the same thing. And we learn from the so-called oppressor. The so-called oppressor, you know what I mean, he will say something, right? He will say God loved the world. God loves everybody. But yet, and still you're oppressing people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your action showing, you know what I mean, that you don't love everybody. You understand? But he was saying, no, we have, you know what I mean, we have to do as the Lord and love everybody. When he's not doing that.
Right.
Right?
Salakia, sir. You say 2 John 2:18?
Huh?
Yeah, Cap, you break up. Your audio seem like it a chip out again. All right, Kappa go sort out him son. In the meanwhile, I think he wanted another scripture because you know what I mean. When him come back up, we're gonna sort it out. In the meanwhile, everybody, Cap will be back in a minute. You understand? Just tap up the screen, share, like, subscribe. You know the thing already. This is the Breakdown podcast, and Slakia, I didn't give you the intro. This is the Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds holding back our people here in Jamaica, North, Central, and South America. Our people, meaning the 12 lost tribes of Israel, who are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? I know many of you might have never heard this from the day on the band that blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians are the real Jews. Silake, you back with us, Cap?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
All right. Silake, sir, I don't know if a 2 John 1 and 18 you want because it only have one chapter and it stop at 30. Silake.
Check and see the one that said, my little children, no love in words.
Can one can. All right. This is in 1 John 3 and 18. So let me pull it up right now. You still with us, Cap? All right, Cap, I have some technical. Cap, you here?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, Khan, may I have it, sir?
Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 18, and it says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue."
You understand? That's how the Lord don't want your love in word.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say, I love you, Jesus. I love you, Lord. And, you know what I mean? And you eating pork.
Right.
You know what I mean? You having interracial marriages.
Right.
You breaking the Lord's laws. The Lord don't want your words. And that's it. And that's the things with these oppressors. They like to use these words when we should be asking them for proof. Where's the physical proof that black people hate you?
Right.
Where's the physical? Are we talking about words? Are we talking about what we were saying? Or what they're speaking? Or are we talking about real, tangible things, action?
Salak, yes, sir. If you ask me, I think black people here in Jamaica have been really accommodating. You understand? Because it's known island-wide how disrespectful the Chinese are. You understand? And when we go to them establishment, they are able to even tell us about our mothers and all them things there. You know what I mean? And our people just laugh as if the Chinese people, they are some cute little animals that can't do us any harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you ask me, sir, that's very accommodating because I'm sure know the same thing could happen if we were in China. You understand?
I'll tell you.
Yes, Slack, yes, sir.
Yeah, them Chinese sort of put hands on you already. Yeah, I mean, you go in the country, you understand? And the Lord, yeah, I mean, He don't want you to love in words. He wants what? Read on.
Can. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Indeed meaning what? Like you have to do something. You understand? Meaning you have to be following God's laws as a deed to show Him that you love Him.
Right.
You understand? When we could clearly number, I mean, have a list, I mean, open up the lines and have people calling, I mean, black people, poor black people calling, and let's find out how these Chinese have been treating them when they come to the store.
And the slavery, sir. A brother,
you understand?
A brother who used to work at a Chinese wholesale said that the Chinese owner of the wholesale son, said to him that his father called us slaves. Understand? He usually come around them and, you know what I mean, give him, he's a little youth to him, give himself trouble. See? And them reprimand him and lashing out. He said, that is why my father called on a slave. You understand? So that is how they view us here in Jamaica as slaves. You know what I mean? And what really are going on here is we are being rented out as slaves to the Chinese and the other nation by the oppressor. You know what I mean? Because every other nation is able to come here and profit off for us. You understand? Yep.
And that's a curse. Remember the Bible is saying in Deuteronomy, that you about you going in the city. You know what I mean? And about your baskets being empty.
Right.
You understand? You have land, but your basket empty. Why is your basket empty? Because you're on an island and you don't own anything.
God.
You know what I mean? You can't grow a patch of sugar cane. You understand? What fruits you grow on the island? That you all used to export? You all used to export any fruits?
We used to export banana, coconut, sugar cane. We still export coffee, but as you brought out before, time and time again, Cap, the Chinese now own the coffee industry. You understand?
You see?
I don't want
You understand? So how can black people be racist on the island when they're poor?
Right.
Yeah. Are you speaking about what they're saying? Because I think that's the issue the Chinese have. But our issue has nothing to do with what these nations are saying. It's what they're actually doing to us.
Right.
You understand? What they're actually doing to us.
And Silakia, sir, what she said, she have playing the victim is so unreasonable. Because Jamaicans actually look up to the Chinese here in Jamaica. Every now and again, you will hear a black Jamaican brother say, boy, that's why I have to rate the Chinese, them, you know, cause them do them thing, them way, you know, and black people. You know what I mean? At the expense of own people, he will big up the Chinese. You understand?
Yes.
That is right across the board. So she coming on here trying to, you know what I mean, paint black people in Jamaica and the diaspora in a negative light is unreasonable because she know that is not the thing that she is in Jamaica. So,
that's right. Let's play a little bit of what she said and then go into the news set. You know what I mean? So black people could see that she's not a victim.
Right.
You understand? Let them make that discernment. This is not a victim. This is somebody who is profiting off of our demise.
Right.
You understand? I want to say our demise, meaning she's not black. You understand? But she is wealthy on that island.
Right.
Like how in the hell that taking place?
Got one gun.
You know what I mean? But go ahead, play it.
Got one gun.
My fellow Jamaicans, may come for drink milk, but it is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live foreign and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. And while you're entitled to your opinion, only is a set of rascal duns. So let me set the record straight. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race.
So hold on. Pause that there. And jump straight to Vibes Cartel lyric.
Gun.
Now jump straight to the part where he talk about Mr. Chin.
Gun. Himself.
Yeah, man.
Tell
them the name of the song.
Gun. This is Vibes Cartel. Poor people land. This is the lyrics. You know what I mean? Second verse. Him say, Mr. Chin, go back to Japan. called Jamaica for the black man. You
That's
understand?
it. Yeah. Now, I ain't saying, Vibes Cartel saying,
Right.
and you can clearly, like this woman, really and truly, I don't understand what she was so upset about. She's enjoying Jamaica more than Jamaicans, the real Jamaicans.
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
We have somebody commented 2 Chinese were unalived in Jamaica. Salakia. Let me address this comment, sir. See? So there was 2 Chinese person who I think is referring to a robbery, which turned out to probably be a hit. See? Took place in a supermarket somewhere in St. Elizabeth. I think a couple years ago or about a year and a half ago. See? But nobody talks about, the fact that Chinese wholesale and supermarket owners, they finance gang activity here in Jamaica. You understand? Them pay, criminals to do them bidding. Unless, Chinese people involve themselves in crime, they are never a target here in Jamaica. For the most part, it's always we unaliving each other. See? Many a times you see the Chinese get unalive and it don't happen too often in Jamaica. It's usually a hit, and that it is normally done by other Chinese. But of course, they're going to use a black person to carry out that hit. You understand? So we just have to address that statement. It doesn't happen very often. You know what I mean? Since then, how many Chinese have you heard died here in Jamaica? See? You hear me, Cap?
No, I hear, and yeah, I want the person to. I don't understand what they're trying to say by 2 Chinese people died.
They are trying to say that, well, we are killing them here in Jamaica.
Now what?
Yeah, that is basically what he is implying. Like we are unaliving Chinese here in Jamaica. But since that happened 2 years ago, and you hear nothing more about any Chinese dying here in Jamaica. So obviously they are not dying in numbers. But guess who are dying here in Jamaica? Black people. We die every day. You understand? So this is very, disingenuous, this statement. And him just further proof.
So I guess he tried to paint black people as murderers on the island.
Right. Kind of one can.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the Chinese, they're perfect, man. And that's exactly what I'm saying too. Like when it comes to you see this person who put the question put that comment down, right? What nationality are they? Let's find them.
So why
Let's answer.
Why Canaan, person who made the statement? What is the nationality? If you don't mind, we asking.
I would like to know the nationality.
God.
You understand? Because we talking about, how black people getting treated on the island for years. For years.
Right.
You understand?
Can.
And you ain't bring up one situation where that's been happening. We just read your part of Vibes Cartel, so-called Poor People Land. Why is Vibes Cartel making a song about poor people land and have Mr. Chin in it and Tony Mataran in it? Why is he doing it? Come on.
Tony Mataran,
Matalan.
Yeah, kind of one can. But Salakia, maybe it's because the Chinese own a lot of land here in Jamaica. Maybe the country is being sold out to the Chinese and they have real power now here in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Power over government and all them. So much so that you have plenty of Chinese in government. You have the Minister of national security here in Jamaica is a Chinese descendant. Him name Minister Oris Chan. He's a Chinese. See? So security here in Jamaica is controlled by a Chinese man, which we can rest assured that the Chinese are absolutely safe here in Jamaica because
That's
of
it.
you understand?
Yeah. And I would like to find out what happened to those, like if the you know what I mean, about those two Chinese nationals. You know what I mean? Like he had to give him a little more. What is he trying to say?
It's gaslighting, sir.
Is she trying to say? Nah, I want him go down that road. You understand? Because he ain't saying nothing about black people. About they're really oppressed on the island. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. How in the hell you could have more black people on the island? Your forefathers was on the island being enslaved. And all these other nations just come in and gobble.
Salakia, sir, your audio went out. You hear me?
Up.
Cap, you break out for like 10 seconds. Repeat what you said a while ago, sir. Salakia.
As I said, they own the majority of things they have. Do they?
Salakia, sir, your audio come through very poor, sir. See if you can just jump out, jump back in, and correct it, sir. Salakia. You know what I mean? You just give it a minute, Cap, fix him audio. You understand? Again, everybody watching, remember to tap up the screen, share, like, subscribe. You know the thing, God. This is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds that hold back our people, the children of Israel, here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and North, Central, and South America. And this is also a stronghold. The stronghold is that, you know what I mean? Chinese people, they are harmless. They are, you know what I mean, good people. And the only bad people here in Jamaica are black people. That is a stronghold that we need to break from. Salakia, Cap, you back?
Yeah.
Cap.
You there?
Most in Christ. Can may I hear, sir?
Yeah. I was asking, is there a poor Chinese on the island? You ever see a Chinese, you call them vagrant, homeless person?
Nah, sir, never. I've never seen it. I'm sure there's one or two, but I've never seen one. You understand?
Yeah. But the mere fact you haven't seen one means a whole lot. Right? Because you've been on the island there for years. Right. You've been traveling up and down the island for years. And you have never seen a Chinese homeless person or vagrant.
And Salakia, sir, you know what I have never seen again? I have never seen a Chinese person living in the garrison, living in the ghetto. See? And you know how them say she's trying to make it out that Jamaica is diverse, it is out of many one people. Then why does the Chinese decide to live by themselves and away from black people? Why is there no Chinese in black people community? Why do the Chinese separate themselves from us since you believe in this diversity and this melting pot? Jamaica is not a melting pot. Jamaica is a racist society, and other races separate themselves by communities. You understand? And if you ask me, black people are not racist. Are the only people here in Jamaica, sir, that are not racist, because we are the only ones that accept and welcome everybody to come amongst us. You understand? So,
you're 100% correct. Right?
Most time correct.
No, let's I don't know if you want to play the other video.
One concert.
Folks in Jamaica, very diverse. how much does Aspect really embrace non-black Jamaicans? My mom was one. Comedian Harry Craig, aka White Yardy, and producer and director Lorna Chin join us now to share their experiences. Good morning to you both. Welcome to Smile. How are you guys?
Good morning.
All right. Lorna, tell me what are your thoughts? Because we keep saying out of many, it is our motto, out of many one people, and some people live by that and said we have the Chinese and we have the Indians and we have everyone here and we are just so loving and nice, but maybe not with everyone. Is that so?
I live in a bubble, apparently, and I didn't even know that we had this problem until maybe two and a half years ago. That's the honest to God truth.
When you say we didn't know you had this problem, what do you mean by this problem?
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
She said she didn't know that we had this problem until a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Couple of years ago was when she came out and called us dunce. Meaning, before that, she have been so welcomed and loved by everybody in Jamaica, every black person here in Jamaica. See, she never knew that there was a problem in her mind. But because she came out and made that statement calling us dunce, that was the only time she faced any kind of backlash or disrespect from black people. And she caused it. Salakia.
Yes. And also too, she's lying. She's lying.
Right.
You understand? She always been in a bubble. She don't know about does she go in the garrisons? She go in the ghetto. She go in the ghetto and feed black people and see how how they've been treated, how they've been living. No. She been in that bubble because she created that bubble.
Right.
Them other nations create their bubble. That's how they're able to come amongst us and come up and get rich, because they deal with each other. They've been the racists on the island. You understand? If a Chinese man needs some sugar, he going to the Chinese man to get some sugar.
That's right, sir.
You understand? If the black man needs sugar, he gonna buy sugar wherever he can get sugar. And that's, you understand? Remember that time when on the island where them Chinese was where they caught the Chinese and them making curry. They was making the fake brand.
Yeah,
you understand? Right? Right? Like they're trying to steal your ideas.
Right.
They done get rich. Compared to black people on the island. And you're stealing. And then you're making us out to, like, we the criminals, we the bad ones.
And Salakia, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Salakia, sir, quick and fast. And they import so many counterfeit items that them, sell and make themselves rich too. So, you know what I mean?
Brother, I'm telling you, I'm sure that person who made the comments, anything, did they respond as that and say, what's the nationality?
Sir, they didn't respond.
Because that sound like a black person. That sound like somebody who love Chinese people. Love them more than their own people. You understand? I'm not saying there might not be crime on the island. Black people ain't gonna commit crime. But that's not the majority of us. That's nuts. And who the hell knows what happened? Who the hell knows? I don't know. You might know the story. Put it in the chat so I can read it. Put the story in the chat.
If I may, sir, just to add to your point, you know what I mean? For the most part, when we commit crime is usually because we are poor. You understand?
That's it. Yeah.
And the Chinese commit crimes, but they are not poor. So what is their excuse?
Yep.
What is their excuse to import counterfeit items, contraband cigarette and all them things on the island? You know what I mean? Which, you know, cigarette already kills. You know what I mean? The fake brand where them are bringing is even worse. You understand? They counterfeit our liquors, our brands of alcohol. You understand? Basically everything. So them being rich already, what is for them purpose to commit crime? What them reason? You understand? So, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
like, yeah. Go on.
Not say we're making an excuse for brothers to commit crime,
Yeah,
but
so-
that's you know what I mean, that's a factor. That's a big factor in it.
right.
You understand? Like they did studies on it already, on rats. You know what I mean, or mice. If you want to, you know what I mean, use a nice term for them, where you put them in a cage and you don't feed them for a very long time, and then you give them food. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to fight and kill each other. Well, black people have been oppressed to the point where they don't have money. Go look and see what's the average dollar that Jamaicans living on. And brother, it's a miracle. We're into the street committing civil, you know what I mean? They're in civil war in that street because of the poverty. You understand? Because it's bad, it's real bad.
Right.
But go ahead, you wanna play the joint?
Yeah, kind of one cancer.
I don't think it's a secret in Jamaica that I was attacked online for not being black, and it obviously took me by surprise. It was totally. I would have to say it came onto left field. I had no idea that was even an issue.
Tell us what happened, Lorna. What happened?
I was talking to one of my friends on Instagram, and I wrote KMT on it, and she's supposed to be half Jamaican. So when she calls me up on the phone, she goes, "Hey, you keep writing KMT. What does that even mean?" She and I got into it, and she said, "Put a poll up. Ask your friends. You just made that up." And so I did a poll, and then I remember going to sleep. My husband was not home. His father was very sick, and he had left that same day. And my phone is getting I'm like, oh, it's an emergency. I have to answer my phone. And I pick up the phone. It wasn't ringing. It was Instagram going off nonstop throughout the night. And then I'm like, oh crap, I'm going viral.
So,
just for speaking in my native accent. And I wasn't even speaking in patois. I was speaking in English.
so people just thought you did not have the license to do that because you're not black?
Yes.
Is it that you're not black, or you're not? Were they questioning your Jamaican heritage, or were they saying you don't black? Or the two are mutually exclusive, or was it both?
I'm going to be honest. It's simply because I didn't appear to be black.
Gotcha.
So look here, sir. You see, you know what I mean? Oh, Adam and cheese and making it a race issue
Yeah.
instead of the common thing of people just, you know what I mean? Surprised of seeing a Chinese person speaking patois. She's trying to make it out to say, no, because she not black. People normally picture Jamaican as being black.
Yep.
You understand? If them see a Chinese person speaking patois, them are going to look on it as strange. You understand? So it's not necessary.
And it's also known, just to add, it's also known that this other nation like to copy, you know what I mean, like Israelites.
Culture.
You understand? Yeah. You understand? It's known. You know what I mean? They like the culture, but they don't like the poverty. They don't like life.
Right.
They don't want to live that life. You understand?
So like, yes, sir. I heard you I don't know if you ever said it, but I heard brothers in the school over there in the States say everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. You understand? It's the same thing with us here in Jamaica. They love the image that we black people created for Jamaica, the name that we made for Jamaica. But nobody wants to be a black Jamaican. Nobody wants to suffer like we did. You understand? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? So that, yeah.
Yep, correct. You can continue playing it too. And these two reporters, you know what I mean, they getting paid to do a job. And this is, you know what I mean, this is them trying to push that whole, this is for tourism. This is about money.
Okay, one can.
You understand what I'm saying?
One can.
This year is about money. And they want to make sure that, you know what I mean, the world knows that Jamaican is not racist. When the world know that Jamaicans ain't racist. Is these other nations, like we always have to prove that we not racist. What about them? Why they don't prove that they not racist? Why they don't have to prove it? You understand? But we had to prove. We had to always prove it. You know what I mean? Play a little more.
One can.
Wow. And so how did that make you feel living? I mean, you're born here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how did that make you feel,
And pause that there.
with
Pause
here
that.
this thing
Pause
on
that
our
there.
lives out of many
Pause that.
one?
Pause it. And that's so crazy, and that's how we think. We think because you're born in a country, that make you part of the country. You understand? You go to the European countries, you go to any other country, you know what I mean, country, other than a black, you know what I mean, where, you know what I mean, Israelites are. And they don't acknowledge you as being that, you know what I mean, that part of the country, unless you're doing some type of sport, some Olympics, or something to make them look good. You understand? If you're not doing anything to make them look good, brother, they don't care about you. You think you could go to China and say, you know what, I was born in Yang province. They're gonna laugh at you.
Okay.
Come on.
Sir, your sound went out for like 2 seconds, but you're back now. Slack.
Yeah, I'll punch you some.
Okay, can.
You hear me?
Yeah, continue speaking, sir.
Yeah, you can't go to the Yang province. You're born in the Yang province. They don't give a jack squat. You're not Chinese. You're black. And that's all it is. You understand? Like we shouldn't always have to be the ones to show. You know what I mean? To be the ones to, you know what I mean, to cower down and have to explain why we say certain things. No. Let them start explaining why it is, you know what I mean, you're so rich and black people are so poor. Why it is when we come to get food from the store, your people always disrespect us.
Right.
You understand?
So Lakia, sir, if I may, if you recall, when she came out and said that we were a bunch of dunce people, there was also this other Chinese man named Ghetto Kirk who came out during the same period. I doubt they were like more than 2 weeks apart. You understand? Came out and called us dunce to call one of his customers dunce. You understand? Simply because she couldn't pronounce the item that she wanted, she was ordering. You know what I mean? So it seems like it's a pattern with these Chinese. I think they believe we as a people are dunce. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Slovakia.
Yep. And that's how they look at us, too. You know what I mean? That's how they look at us. Because, you know what I mean, for the life of me, she should understand why black people acting the way they're acting. Because this is one thing they have to make themselves very proud of, and you trying to take it from them. You understand? You trying to take it from these other nations, trying to take it from them. All right, play a little bit more. Now we're coming up on the time.
all the cultures that meld to make Jamaica what it is. And here you are going through this. Does that make you question the motto and question the reality you've been living for however long?
I do not question the motto. I realize that there are multiple
pause that.
interpretations of the motto. And that's because
and also too, all that motto thing, all them things was pushed on us by the so-called British. Because you go listen to the British motto, go listen to the British national anthem, and you will see that it ain't what you singing about.
Right.
You understand? Their whole concept is around their people. But when it come down to Uni-Caribbean, even down to the Trinidadian national anthem, you understand? Like it ain't about war, it's about, you know what I mean, love and everybody.
Right.
You understand? Like this whole melting pot. But when you listen to this European national anthem, it ain't about no melting pot. It ain't about no melting pots. You understand? But they want to now go and show, well, the motto says this. Nah. That motto is for Jamaicans.
Right.
For black people. You understand? Just like you Chinese, you will have your motto. It's your motto for everybody. Because I know it ain't just Chinese on the island. It ain't just Chinese on the island. In China, there's other nations living in China too.
Gone.
You know what I mean? You could continue.
If I find that you're not hostile and you're not a troll and that you're not insane, I'm going to entertain an argument, a discussion. Sorry. I love a good discussion because I like learning new perspectives because, like I said, I was living in a bubble and I didn't know that. So I met a young man, I'm not sure how old he is, I should say, but I met a gentleman and I determined that he was not crazy and that he wasn't stupid. So he and I got into an argument and he said,
you see how she disrespecting, you see how she allowed to disrespect black people?
Right.
So what we're trying to say?
Expressing yourself, she consider you crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because in your opinion, if he ain't right, I mean he crazy.
Right.
Like she allowed to speak like that.
Yeah. She basically look at all of us as being crazy and out of our minds. You know what I mean?
Until one opened their mouth and now, okay, he not crazy.
Yeah.
Based on what? Based on your opinion. So you know deciding which black man crazy on the island or which black woman crazy on the island.
God.
And you not living out in a bubble.
Right. Who is the good black person and who is the bad one? You know what I mean? This is a nigger right here, but here is a good Negro, you know? See him kind of thing.
Yep. I guess the ones that ain't crazy is the ones that, you know what I mean, that somewhat she could have, you know what I mean, her point across, or, you know what I mean, I don't know.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the one that she like.
Yeah. God. God. I think that's exactly, sir. That's exactly. The ones that when she make her point, them say, yeah, you have a point and I agree with you. Yeah, it's an excellent point. You know what I mean? Take back for them argument and give her the right and is able to be converted. You know what I mean? That is what them like.
Yep.
Somebody submitting to them. But somebody who tell them, say, what them say is wrong. You know what I mean? Because this woman, you know, she's famous for coming on the internet, you know, sir, and trying to educate Jamaicans about Jamaican history. You know what I mean? kind of make me wonder if she have an agenda. You
She
understand?
she does have an agenda. And the agenda is ain't no different than the white man agenda, which is to oppress black people.
Can.
You know what I mean? Any other nation on that island is there to oppress you.
Right.
Ain't no getting around it.
Can.
You know what I mean? Like they're there to make sure the division is there. While you fight each other, while you believe you are Christian and you deserve this, while you believe you are maroon and you deserve this, guess what? They own your highway, they own your coffee,
Can.
they own your stores. While we bickering and fighting, while she coming on there and trying to tell you how to be KMT. You don't know what KMT is? And you're a Jamaican? So now she had to teach a Jamaican KMT, what KMT means in Jamaican.
No, she have to teach a Jamaican how to be a Jamaican.
Yeah.
And to you know what I mean, it is strange, sir, because one time here in Jamaica, the Patois language was even looked down upon by, you know what I mean, for them class of people. You know what I mean? If they talk in a Patois, you know what I mean, them call you Puto, them call you, you know what I mean, uneducated and all of them things there. Now you have them, you know what I mean, trying to look clout by using the same Patois. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you could like run a little bit now.
so like you play some more?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can.
It means. And I go, look, I passed high school. I placed first in social studies, not once, twice. And I'm pretty sure I know my Jamaican history very well. What do you think it means? And he said, the motto means, out of many African tribes, we are one African tribe. And therefore, and I kid you not, and therefore, if you are not black, it does not apply to you. And I asked him, where did he learn this? He said he learned it in school. So Ministry of Education, you need to fix that.
See?
That's the truth.
I was today years old when I learned. That's what I mean.
Well, I still don't know that is what it means.
Wow.
Harry, what about your story, my friend? So you were born in England, and you came home, and you're back in England. So what's your story?
My story is basically what you say. You know, my mother and father, they've been living in Jamaica for many years. And, you know, when my mother was pregnant with me, she did make the decision to go to England or come to England to give birth because she had a miscarriage before me and she was worried because she was at high risk of, you know, something could go wrong. And she made the decision. And once she made the decision, you know, 3 months later, so I was born in 1984, and in 1985, the beginning, I went back to Jamaica. Well, went to Jamaica to live until 18. So, you know, that's my story. Have you been given a hard time? You go like he's a Jamaican, you're not a Jamaican, and kind of fool. Listen, man. Talk and Have you? I'm gonna be real with you. You see, this whole situation, it's a country me growing up. So St. Elizabeth me grow, Black River, and country me know have a different way of life to like Kingston and probably even Montego Bay more as well, because that's the major cities. In a country life, it's very different, you know. Nobody, when me there at Jamaica, I live, you know, at no point in my life, nobody made me feel different. I never stand out. Nobody treated me give me no special treatment because of how me look or my skin complexion. When I go to school, there are times when beating I go on to school, you know. So teachers beat me same way as them not look for me and say, we not gonna beat him, I'm red and you know them something. Them beat me same way, discipline me the same way. So my life is the same like any Jamaican child.
Go ahead, Cap.
I say, see how he describing it, his experience. Yeah, you see how he's describing his experience. You understand? Like we're the most compassionate people, you know what I mean, on the planet.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's fighting her brother over a motto.
Right.
Like where was Chinese when black people were being lynched in Jamaica? What was the Chinese?
That was right there.
You understand?
Making them money.
What,
Making them money. Going
right.
about them lives. Minding them own business.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Right. And where was the Chinese when they was trying to get their independence? I didn't see no China man trying to get no independence from the Britain.
Blah.
You understand?
Can.
So how now you want to take, you know what I mean, be part of the history?
Right. Salakia, sir. You're breaking up.
Right.
Yeah, you hear me, Cap?
You hear me now?
Yeah, can.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
They talk about African. Yeah, they talk about African, this African. That. Well, we are not Africans.
Right.
We're not. You understand? Nonetheless, there's 12 different tribes. There are 12 tribes. You understand? And we know that the brothers and sisters that was on that island were the Taino Indians. You understand?
Can.
The East Indians and these other nations were brought after to now try to put that division, as I say, you know what I mean, make sure that division stays there on the island.
Can.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So this Chinese woman, what she needs to do, she should just leave Jamaica for the black man, as Cartel saying.
Right.
And go back to China.
Can.
Your people will love to have you. But, go ahead.
I think it was Officer Abadawan who said that many of them Chinese here, none of them never come as indentured servants. You know. Well, she might come here during the time of the indentured servant thing, but many of them came here fleeing from the communists over there in China.
Yes.
So Jamaica became them land of refuge.
Yes.
And them rise to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's because they had her father there to help them show him the way. Now these black people right here, you know what I mean? They don't know the nationality. They don't know who they are. You know what I mean? And all they want to do is to sing, dance, you know what I mean, party, and that's about it. You understand? And show them how to climb to the top. Now she on top. And now guess what she's doing?
Slakia Cap, you're breaking up. Your sound. Repeat that way you just said, Cap.
I said, and look what she's doing. She rise to the top, and now she's down on poor Jamaicans.
Can.
You understand?
Can.
Like you want to show, you know what I mean, that you love these Jamaican people. Tell them who they is.
Right.
Tell them what been done to them. And then guess what? Packet things and leave it for the Jamaican people. And you go to China and you live in China. You understand? Other than that, just shut up and just, you know what I mean, make your money in Jamaica.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Leave black people alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? We done oppress in this place, you know what I mean, already. Like what the hell? Like you know what I mean? Like we always had to be forced to love you all.
Yeah.
When ain't nobody forcing you all to love us.
Right. And Slakia, sir, and we do show them love, but them just want more. And them winning, we losing, them winning, and them still feel the need to disrespect us in the process. You
Yep.
understand? So,
Yep.
and you know what I mean? Too hard for the most time for that too, because guess what go on now we get to see them true colors and know that we need to separate from them. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
you know what I mean? Enough of we believe that these Chinese people love us and them really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yep.
So it's good
Yeah.
when them things come out. It's like,
Done. I know we up at the time, but get Zephaniah, I think 2-1, right?
kind of one cancer.
Get Zephaniah 2-1. We need to recognize, I mean, quick, what they're trying to do to us.
Right.
You know, I mean, black man, don't feel guilty for loving your own people. You
God.
understand? The Bible calls that unity. That's unity. You understand? That's love. Don't feel bad at all. Like these other nations wants you to feel bad for choosing your own people.
Right.
Why should I have to feel bad for choosing my people? You understand? You have a family. Is it wrong to choose your daughter over somebody else's daughter? No,
God.
that's your daughter.
Right.
You understand? Likewise, your son, your wife, your uncle. And now when you extend it to a nation, black people is family. And we shouldn't be feel anyhow for loving our family. You understand? And what we're doing, we are not pushing anybody to go to commit any crime. We're doing the opposite. We're telling black people, do not commit crime.
Right.
You understand? And listen to what the Bible have to add to it also too. So read that. Tell them what you have.
Can. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1, and it says, gather yourselves together.
That's what the Bible telling you to do, to gather yourself together.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, I mean, what is outer many, one people?
God.
Yeah, we 12 tribes.
God.
You understand? But we won. We Israel.
God.
We ain't from Africa. We ain't from... That's what the oppressor told us. Right? Read on.
Can. Yeah, gather together. O nation, that desire.
And that's it. This woman hate black people.
Right.
You understand? They hate black people.
Right.
But they love the vibe. They love the vibe on the island with black people.
God.
You understand? You realize she ain't playing that in the background.
God, right.
You understand? She was playing Super Cat and another heathen who grew up amongst us. You understand? And don't take on that culture. And now everybody know that name. Super Cat is a household name, depending on what era your parents from. Everybody knows Super Cat.
Right.
You understand?
God.
Right, read on.
So that was it. You want me to read it again?
That's it? Yeah, read one more time.
Can. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1, and it said, gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together. O nation, not desire.
I remember that. Come on.
If I may, you know what I mean? Back to what you did say about motto is out of many one people, meaning the Jamaican motto is out of many one different nation, you know, meaning different peoples coming together. But here the most is particular people within that melting pot that you who are not desired. You should gather together, meaning you should separate from the melting pot, from the out of many one people. Because guess what? You are not desired. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's what our people need to understand. So like, yes, sir.
No, you said it all. That's it. So black people again, don't feel any type of way for loving your own people.
Right.
Love your own people. You understand? Because these other nations just want to oppress you and squeeze everything out of you.
Yeah.
They love to see you fight and unalive each other. They love it. You understand? But when you start talking about bringing your people together, using certain things to bring your people together, you know what I mean, that unity, and you exclude these other nations, but they don't like it.
Yeah.
That means you're getting conscious. That is real consciousness.
Yeah.
You getting conscious of the fact that I'm black, he's black, we brothers.
Right.
You understand? Getting conscious. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Anything else you want to bring on before? You know what I mean? We let them go? Come on.
The person actually finally state them nationality. Them say, I am Jamaican from the tribe of Benjamin. Shalom. Which means they know so them are Israelites. So like you said, when we ring it today, you know, we see them in a town, you know, them church get together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sound like any Christian out there on the street. Because you have a lot of Christians who go out there and preach. That's how them sound. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, but don't let nobody, as I say, don't let nobody try to take that away from you. You know what I mean? Crime, every nation have its crime. You think them Chinese, they're committing a ton of crime, but they'll never, ever come out and try to use that crime to try and distance their people from their own. You understand? I'm not going to do it, and I will never do it. Thank the Lord for commanding and ICPK. You know what I mean? We teach black people to love each other. We teach black people to follow these laws in this Bible. You understand? There's laws against murder. You understand? We don't push that. But we push loving each other.
That's right.
That is something the Lord commanded you. Christ, our King, commanded us to love each other. You understand? And we are going to do it. You know what I mean? All right. Anything else?
No, sir, I think that's a good note to, you know what I mean, end the show on. Another excellent show again. You know what I mean? I have to say to you again for coming through. You know what I mean? You know what I think go. See?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I give them the outro. This is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds holding back our people. Our people being the 12 tribes of Israel, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I mean? From all the strongholds that hold back our people here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America. And with that, shalom.
Shalom, warrior.
Yeah, man. Yahweh Hashem Shkata.
There should be thought.
I one West. We taking over. Ha. Yo, Nayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chuck to me chrome. Fire one in a them head, chuck to the dome. Them boy they no bad, chatter when me know. Only bad when me man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One with a run road that a fi be known. Brown in bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly phone. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a gum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish cuff we black and white with the red light on the front eye. to be sure. Talk about things where you nothing do. To be sure. K taking a me and that a no fi sure. Rifle bind them big like puppy tour. A tall rifle a mad to be go fi four. To be sure. Batty boy stop chat. Where the fuck you know? Thing them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make your dopey rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in dead from the inception. That's how the thing them can. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. A one west and it never take long. Now we are do the road mad injection. To be sure. Things where you